President Biden put in what he calls full blocking sanctions on two significant financial institutions. I'm going to go to Professor Harry Hutchison from our team to discuss what are these sanctions, Harry, and what are the impact of these sanctions?
Well, essentially, this will bar these two specific banks from engaging in financial transactions with other banks throughout the world system. The problem with that, and I speak from some experience, I served on the board of directors of a bank which was then absorbed ultimately by Wells Fargo Bank, is that these two large banks, which are very significant in Russia, they will simply utilize accounts that they have with other banks. So in other words, you can't prevent Bank A from having an account with Bank C. And that's particularly true because the United States has not imposed sanctions on the entire banking system in Russia. That would have been much more significant. In addition, Russia will continue to engage in banking transactions with China, with Iran, with Turkey, and with a raft of other countries. So what we have done is we have made banking in Russia inconvenient. I concede that these sanctions are the most significant sanctions that the Biden administration has imposed so far.
Will it mean anything?
But they're not crippling sanctions, and I think at the end of the day, Russia will work around them.
When they use the phrase cripple, I remember we talked about this in Iran. They say crippling sanctions. Crippling sanctions means, to me, that it impacts the economy at a significant level. Will these sanctions that have been put in place, Harry, do that, or are there workarounds?
There are plenty of workarounds, and if the Biden administration was intent on crippling the Putin regime, the Biden administration needs to immediately reverse its policy on U.S. oil. So keep in mind, Jay, that a barrel of oil has risen from $40 at the end of 2020 to about $100 today. That's a 250% increase, which you can then use to fuel military expansion and aggression. And basically, we have made Russia richer, and the world needs energy in part because the United States has given up energy independence. So what does that mean? It means that the black market for Russian oil and financial transactions is out there. And so you may have an individual or a banking institution that will cream off another dollar per barrel. But guess what? Russia is still getting rich on its oil, and that's a gift, unfortunately, that the Biden administration handed Putin almost a year ago.